I ran away from home for several reasons. One, my stepfather and I didn't have a good relationship and didn't talk much, so I didn't feel very comfortable at home. Two, I believe my mom preferred my stepfather at home over me. Three, I was trying to get my mom's attention. Four, I wanted to hang out with the older kids in the neighborhood. And five, I was angry with the situation at home. Didn't know how to communicate how I felt, so I ran away from it. Today I know I was extremely wrong about many of the things that prompted me to run away. My mom didn't prefer my stepfather over me, and my stepfather did love me, though I thought he didn't because he and I didn't talk much. If you've ever run away or thought about it, consider the possibility that you could be misinterpreting things. Then talk to one or both of your parents about what's upsetting you. I started skipping school when I was in the 8th grade. At the time, I was hanging out with kids who weren't going to school and considered school to be a joke, and I adopted that way of thinking. Also, I didn't consider myself to be smart, so I felt very uncomfortable in and didn't feel a connection to school. Tips for teens. It is extremely important that you choose your friends very wisely. For the bad habits that your friends have will become yours sooner or later. You must go to school, for the kind of future you have will be greatly dependent upon the quality of your intelligence. Though some of your schoolwork may be difficult, I assure you that you are capable of learning what you need to learn to get passing grades. Actually, one of my biggest regrets today is that I didn't get the opportunity to experience high school and college. Question, why did you join the street gang? Almost everybody I hung out with, including many of my family members, were all in the same gang. I became very familiar with it very early in my life, so when one of the gang leaders asked me to join, it felt like I was acquiring a family. And with the problems I was having at home, it became important to me to feel like I was a part of a family. Tips for teens. Gang members are not your family. No matter how much you believe that they love, respect, and honor you as a family member, I can assure you that they do not. When older gang leaders allow you into their gangs, their main purpose is to use you in some way. For example, to sell their drugs, to hold their weapons, to perpetuate violence, in many, many more ways.
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
Do not join a gang. Question. What's the most important piece of advice that you think I should know? The most important piece of advice I think you should know is that you are not the mistakes that you've made. You are, however, whatever your dreams say you are. So dream big. In closing, you may not understand how significantly your life can change. It's probably hard to even imagine some of the horrible places your choices and decisions can lead to. I that would ultimately lead to a series of major bad decisions that led to my imprisonment. I never imagined that I'd be sent to an adult prison as a teenager and not leave until I was a 40-something-year-old man. I never, ever imagined that that could happen to me. But for me, that was the problem. That was one of my biggest problems growing up. I didn't imagine too much of anything. I had absolutely no dreams. I didn't believe I was capable of being a doctor, a lawyer, a professional athlete, an astronaut, or a scientist. So I could not even imagine myself in those roles. But I was so wrong. If you believe that about yourself, you are so wrong. For the truth is, no matter where you come from, no matter what kinds of mistakes you made, you have the intelligence, creativity, and potential to be whatever you want to be. And I know that for an absolute fact.